Picture attending a banquet in mid-19th century Japan, and on the table you see this gorgeous blue and white porcelain dish prepared with an array of freshly sliced raw fish, or sashimi. After the guests have enjoyed the meal, you discover, to your surprise, that the design on the dish is a board game, and with the toss of a die, you and your friend can travel across the Tōkaidō, an eastern sea route connecting the cities of Tokyo and Kyoto from 1615 to 1868 in Edo-period Japan. This large dish, created between 1840 and 1850, rests on a low circular foot and has a diameter of 24 1/8 inches. From the foot, the walls of the dish flare out gently toward a blue banded lip. The blue designs were illustrated in a cobalt pigment, which was used as an underglaze, while a clear, colorless glaze was applied over the surface to give the dish its glossy appearance. The outer walls and the shallow inner bowl are both adorned with carefully painted designs. The outer walls of the dish are adorned with a continuous scroll pattern that consists of 8 large spirals connected at 4 points by a 5-petal flower. The empty spaces in between the spirals are filled in with delicate curling tendrils, embellished with dots. Inside the shallow bowl, the dish is decorated with circular medallions, outlined in blue, depicting landscape scenes that represent the 53 stations of the Tōkaidō that ran along the Pacific coast and their destinations, Tokyo and Kyoto. The route, which was one of 5 across Japan, had 53 post stations where travelers could rest and refuel throughout the long journey. Travelers mostly journeyed the road on foot, and on average it took a week, but it could take up to a month depending on the weather. On the dish, each station is labeled by name in a white band that connects each medallion and creates a spiral pattern around the dish. The final destination, Sanjo Bridge in Kyoto, is featured at the very center of the design, while the starting point of Nihonbashi in Edo or Tokyo is located near the rim. This design was inspired by a famous woodblock print series titled 53 Stations of Tōkaidō, published between 1832 and 1834 by Japanese print designer Ando Hiroshige. Hiroshige traveled the Tōkaidō in 1832, making sketches along the way to document the experience. The sketches inspired his creation of the popular woodblock print series, where he depicted all 53 post stations. Like Hiroshige's print series, the painter of the dish highlighted familiar landmarks at each station, but in less detail due to the small surface area for painting. In the last scene at Great Sanjo Bridge in Kyoto, for example, we don't see travelers crossing in and out of Kyoto across the bridge, such as we do in Hiroshige's print. However, in the distance we see rooftops and the backdrop of mountains reminiscent of Hiroshige's print version. The artist also did something unique in the creation of this wonderful dish. They created a banquet dish that could also function as a board game, one that was popular at the time called a sugoroku, or picture double sixes, and is similar to snakes and ladders in the West. 2 players take turns rolling a die and use game pieces to advance through the stations of the Tōkaidō from Nihonbashi, or the Bridge of Japan in Tokyo, to Great Sanjo Bridge in Kyoto. Imagine the banquet guest's delight after this plate was cleared to reveal a playful journey along the Tōkaidō.